hopefully after this is over, women can go back to doing what they do, being a mother or being a prostitute. The reasons why he's posting shit like this is because he's trying to desperately maintain relevance. He's trying to grab onto as much relevance as possible, and he's failing to do so. You're a fucking Twitch streamer. What the is your productive value to society? Don't you think that some of the reactionary influencers like Roach won't progress their movement politically until they take the next step and face their political opposition? You can't just sit in your room. You won't be taken seriously. Wait, what? You think Asmongold is going to fucking go outside? You think he gives a shit about a political movement? Everything that my naysayers say about me, including the Asmongold fan base, is literally 100% correct for Asmongold. A guy who never actually leaves his home, a guy who doesn't actually have any fucking skin in the game, a guy who doesn't actually give a fuck about politics at all, but is simply farming morons. That's what he's doing. It's ironic because his fans and Sex Pestini's fans say that about me. The only guy between us three who actually does have skin in the game, who doesn't just like try to farm out a personal slush fund for himself, who will do a couple door knocking operations and then use that personal slush fund to attack their online enemies over and over again and nothing else. There's a reason why I don't talk about either of these two fools as much as they talk about me. Okay? It's because I'm invested in some serious shit. I want to make changes in this goddamn country. Okay? There's also a reason why I'm politically relevant and those people are politically irrelevant, right? If you think that Asmongold at any point is going to actually do anything to change politics in this country, you're out of your fucking mind. He doesn't give a shit. The more likely scenario is once the Trump move is over, he will make changes. He will either move in whichever direction the wait, hold on. His biggest opposition are streamers who average 500 viewers. He is bending every day, attacking them while you're pushing left politics. Yeah. You're saying he won't actually do anything. Asmongold won't, but if he wants to take it to the next level, he doesn't care about taking it to the next level. What Asmongold wants is to farm outrage and to farm the easiest dollars of all time. When the right-wing movement moves in a different direction, if it falls out of favor and woke comes back, which it already is, he will become more moderate. He has no real, like, he has some real politics. Like he is, I think he is truly a misogynistic, transphobic, racist asshole, right? But during peak woke, he was very quiet about those positions, right? Because he knew better. He doesn't have a real political project. He is a mercenary. And when the environment shifts, he'll get back to talking about how the video games have smaller titties. As a matter of fact, I think that change is already happening. Environment shift is already taking place. Donald Trump is losing popularity. He's becoming more and more indefensible every day. It's getting harder and harder to sit there and go, yeah, based over increasingly more unhinged things that Trump says. So you'll see. He'll move on to the next thing soon enough. Because once again, he doesn't have like a fully fleshed out political project. The next vid is another exposing the grift by the Birdman about the Roach. Is doing really well view count wise. Yeah, that guy's awesome. No, he recently tweeted the word blacks. He's basically baiting his own suicide at this point. No, he's upping the intensity. He's upping the intensity because his viewership is declining. He's doing what Ben Shapiro is doing, ironically enough, or tried to do and failed to do. But what he fails to realize is, what Asmongold fails to realize is that there is a hard limit to how many people you can convert, especially if your goal is not to convert people. My goal is to convert people, right? Like my goal isn't just to preach to the converted, preach to the gospel. My goal is to reach as many people as possible and to try to get them to understand my worldview and hopefully get them to organize in their workplaces, organize in their communities. This entire community is comprised of people that have come in here with a million different opinions and then turned around and changed their perspective on a lot of stuff or make money. Do you think my goal is to make money? I'm doing the worst job possible in that situation, don't you think? You aren't just trying to make money. Oh, you're saying Asmongold's goal is to just make money. Yes, he does care about that, I think. I called him watching his chat, saw him read it, drop his face, and he permabanned me, Lamau. I mean, that's understandable. I ban people that do that too. Very fucking annoying. Even if it's untrue. It's preaching to the choir, not the gospel, idiot. True. My apologies. I said preaching to the gospel. I should have said preaching to the choir. Also, I think he's trying to bait a ban out from Twitch before their viewership caps go into effect on botted channels. I don't even know how Twitch is going to implement that shit. Yeah, if the numbers dip low enough, he'll just go back to ruining gaming communities like before. I think he still does a good deal of that too. But yeah, he's done a lot of this stuff, right? Yeah, like this. It's true that blacks experience systematic racism. They benefit from it. Blacks and other minority groups enjoy preferential treatment through DEI and affirmative action at the expense of white and Asian Americans. Socioeconomic conditions is a cope, and everyone knows it. I mean, this is the Elon Musk style. No, they are genetically inferior, and socioeconomic conditions are a cope. Of course, we're going to be watching this video as well from the Birdman, my goat. The last 3 days, he's been calling you a Muslim terrorist and nothing is happening. Yeah, I know. I mean, I didn't know that he was doing that, but I'm not surprised because, like, I have the top channels up here, right? Every now and then, I'll glance over the top channels, and when Asmongold is live, his thumbnail is almost always my face because he's reacting to a video of me, right? All the fucking time. And his fan base will always say, oh, you talk about Asmongold nonstop. You're obsessed with him. Bitch. Is he baiting for a Twitch ban to garner controversy? No, because I think the last time he got a Twitch ban, he didn't actually receive the support that he thought he would. What's shocking is less than a year ago, he's saying people clearly misunderstood you about the 9/11 comment and that it had to do with imperialism. Now he says you're clearly a terrorist for saying it. Yeah, this is the first time. This is the first time I've brought Asmongold up. The reasons why he's posting shit like this is because he's trying to desperately maintain relevance. He's trying to grab onto as much relevance as possible, and he's failing to do so. Surely he will talk to you and not just react to clips over you and over for the next week. No, he will do that. He'll make more videos, I assume. I don't know if he's still making videos about me. I haven't really checked in. Again, like I said, lol, what isn't? He gets more views than you on every platform. I love the lone Asmongold warrior in the chat. I'm not entirely certain if that's the case. If we look at the overall YouTube views that I garner from the HasanAbi Clips Industrial Complex, certainly between my actual YouTube channel and his, I mean, he's got millions of views. His latest vid on his channel is a video about you. Huh, of course. So why would he need relevance? I don't know. You should ask him why he constantly fucking talks about me. It's incomprehensible that he has any relevance at all. Why? Spite-based politics is very successful. Asmongold turns politics into bubblegum. He turns politics into something that is easily digestible. It's not about complex issues being broken down piece by piece. We're not explaining historical events that lead to current day events. When you can just go around saying all Muslims are terrorists, all Muslims are America haters. They're parasitic. There are a lot of people who demand the grievance-based politics that Asmongold represents, and he does a fairly decent job of just making losers feel good about themselves. Right? It's representational politics as well. It's representational politics in the sense that like it makes people feel like, it makes people feel better about their own predicament. I think you both talk about each other. This is the final level of cope from Zombies Eat Duck. If you key search Asmongold in my YouTube channel and then key search Hasan on his, you will see that both on his clip channel and his main channel, he talks about me quite a bit. I actually have leveled up on my ops a little bit more than random unwashed, sweaty loser gamers to entire institutions like Fox News. He's still stuck chirping about me because Fuck Hasan content plays really well in the right-wing boosted algorithm on both Twitter and also on YouTube. Going through the cope ladder in a speed run. Yeah, look, see? This is the final point of cope ladder where you go, you guys both talk about each other. This is the first time I brought up Asmongold in weeks, if not months. Where was the other shit? He called women prostitutes too. And nasty business. By the way, when you say the Roach cares about influence, he plays into, I don't care. Look at how I don't spend money on clothes like you. People genuinely think he's working class. Yeah. No, people like this do actually think, but you do. No, this is the first time I've talked about him. That's precisely the reason why this is the first time you're chiming in. Notice how you haven't talked in this chat for quite a while. Because the Discord server that you're in did not alert you that I was talking about Asmongold. So you came in here, and maybe because he's not live today, you were looking for some political commentary and you saw that I started talking about him. So immediately you started chirping. But that's the reason why you haven't chirped. It's about a month, so we know exactly when you talked about him last. Yeah. There you go. Because when I do actually bring him up, his followers, his loser followers immediately start chiming in and being like, I'm going to protect my daddy. You're a K-pop stan for an ugly duckling. You're a K-pop stan for a guy who presents himself as working class because he's nasty and he wears the same t-shirt, and you're stupid enough not to realize that he's a multimillionaire who owns multiple businesses, some of which have cratered as a consequence of his toxic, repulsive politics, of course. But he still is a multimillionaire with multiple businesses nonetheless. You think that he represents your lifestyle, but he doesn't. You think he has your best interest in mind, but he doesn't. He's just another filthy outrage merchant. He keeps you deluded. He keeps your eyes from the prize. He keeps you angry. He keeps you thinking that you're actually fighting the good fight by sticking it to people who have the same exact class interests as you, people who are of the working class, but they look different than you, so you're afraid of them. This is not a new thing at all. This is a very old method. Republicans, by and large, do it all the time. Don't use my fucking terminology against me. Lying is OP. I don't care how much money you guys have, lol. No, I'm talking about broader Asmongold fans who think that his everyday lifestyle is representative of their current conditions. And aesthetically, it is. Aesthetically, it's true. Yes, a lot of people sit around. No, this is it. Too many fake jobs were invented to create artificial parity between men and women in the workforce. AI fixes the problem. Hopefully after this is over, women can go back to doing what they do, being a mother or being a prostitute. All I said is you called him need relevance, but he has more views than you on all platforms. Okay, buddy. Talk to me when he actually has real ops, okay? Not just fucking Twitch streamers like myself who forget to mention him for a month. And the first time I mention him, you come in here to defend him. Real ops, you're a Twitch streamer, my guy. Yeah, exactly. And so is he. And yet, no matter how hard, no matter how desperately he tries, no one gives a shit about what he has to say. It's just strange, don't you think? Yeah. How many people do you think would show up for a Asmongold meetup? How many people do you think would show up for an Asmongold rally? I actually probably would show up. I would love to see him outside in the real world. His point is so fucking stupid. If the jobs are bullshit, why do we need to invent AI and spend trillions to build data centers to replace them? He's a total moron. Yeah, I mean, everything goes back. At some point, you have to realize everything goes back to like idiotic grievances, grievance politics, gender wars, race wars. Does that not weird you out at all? Is it that easy for you? Are you that easily duped? That's my question. Are you that fucking easily duped? You don't got ops either. Lol, not me. I think both sides of politics are dumb. I know. You're a fucking idiot. I know. I know you think both sides of politics are dumb. Uh-oh, someone's cortisol getting spiked? Yes. You're like a dumb animal. That's why you get fucked over. That's why you're going to keep getting fucked over, and you're never going to understand who's fucking you over. I try to do my very best to explain who's fucking you over, what the systems currently look like, and how there is a bipartisan effort to maintain this process, which is precisely the reason why it's not just Fox News that's up my asshole. CNN is regularly calling me a dangerous threat to American democracy as well. That's why it's not just right-wingers. Lying is OP. I'm confused. I don't think you understand anything. I'm an economist, by the way. Wow, even you. Lying is OP is my statement. It's up to you to explain to me what I'm lying about. Anyway, I think I've given you enough attention. I kind of love this chat. Oh, yeah, I'm just trolling, by the way, dude. I'm so above it. Well, guess what, dude? You think you're above politics, but politics is going to fuck you over regardless, okay? Stick around. Maybe you'll learn a little bit. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two. I doubt it, but I do hope. And it doesn't really matter what your individual opinion is, because at the end of the day, we're going to fucking give you healthcare, whether you like it or not. You're going to get that free healthcare. Okay? You're going to get that free education. We're going to give you more autonomy in the workplace. You can go, no, I don't want it. I don't want free healthcare. That's communism. You're going to fucking like it. You're going to take it. You're not going to have to pay when you go to the doctor. Okay? That's what we're fighting for. What are you fighting for? Chirping in a fucking Twitch streamer's chat. In any case, like I said, it's very odd that these people are so easily duped. They're so easily duped where they're like desperate. They're desperate for someone to be like, no, actually, my boss isn't fucking me over. You're right. It's transgender people. Please tell me more about how women ain't shit and deserve less. This makes me feel good. And as long as you tell me this, I will keep giving you money. That's it. There's nothing funnier than a Twitch streamer, by the way, saying too many fake jobs were invented to create artificial parity between men and women in the workforce. Bitch, you're a fucking Twitch streamer. What the fuck is your productive value to society?